Happy Halloween! This is Jessica Lynn from JessicaLynnOriginal.com, and I am so excited that you've joined us maybe for the first time, or maybe you've subscribed to our channel before. Either way, thank you and welcome. So today we're going to be making a very strange card. I am not by any means, I will tell you, I am not by any means a horror fan or anything like that. I don't watch a lot of scary movies, although I really do enjoy Halloween, and I love going to haunted houses. That kind of scare I like, but the movies for some reason just seem a little too visual to me and scare me too much. But my husband has been obsessed with a certain television show on Netflix that most everyone has been obsessed with, and I haven't watched any of it yet, although I thought I would make him a card for Halloween. And what I did was I hand drew an image that I'll show you in just a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this beautiful red sparkle sequence, and it's a very pretty glittery paper. And I'm going to run a cat scrappiness rectangle with a stitch die right through the paper. So let me just take that apart so you can see it. And what I love is that it's got a lot of sparkle to it. It's really going to bring the card forward. And it will be a layered card, so you're going to see a lot of pieces come together. So you can see the sun's just hitting it, so I love glitter paper. And then the next step we're going to do is, at first I was like, oh, I'll just glue it right to the card. And when I did that, there was too much white behind the red, and I thought, you know what? I am not loving this. See, after I did it, I was like, okay, it's missing something. Now, I was lucky enough that the card itself hadn't permanently set, so I went and found some striped paper, and I went ahead and put that in the background and then mounted the red glitter right on top of that. It was kind of weird when I was making this card too. Again, I'm not a horror fan or anything like that, or scary movies or TV shows, but even the lighting that was coming into my office was kind of creepy. So I apologize, but as you watch this video, the lighting continues to change. So I'm not sure if that was the horror part of this card or what. Don't forget to always sign the back side of your card. It's your art, it's your creation. And again, this card was made for fun. I went ahead and found an image of this creepy character, and you'll see it in a minute, and I drew it out with a black ink pen while we were watching television the other night, and then I scanned it in, cleaned it up, and I printed off a beautiful copy that I could use for this card. There he is, guys! Oh, he's so creepy. I don't know. I've watched a lot of Halloween Horror Nights on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of people go to the Stranger Things haunted houses at Universal, and they just, oh, no thank you. I love haunted houses, but this thing creeps me out. So then what I'm going to do, I wanted to, because when I drew it, I just drew a black and white line image of it. And what I wanted to do is I want to make sure it fits within that red. And so the red now makes sense, right? Because it matches the writing from the word. So what I did was I went and found a one size smaller cat scrappiness die cut. And I'm going to go ahead and put him on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up where I want him to get cut out. And then what I'll use is just a little bit of tape before I run it through the die cut machine. And I think that'll work really well, because then I get exactly the image I want. And again, this is going to have that really nice little die cut stitched edge along it. Because what I really wanted to do was make a card that was really fancy, but then, you know, kind of Halloween gruesome in its own way. So So I went ahead and I put a little piece of tape on there, and then we're going to go ahead and cut out this die cut. Oh, it looks good and creepy. I love it. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get out my markers. I am going to use the Warm or the W Copic marker color set. So I'm going to use 1 through 9, and then what I'm going to do is just do a buildup of color where I'm going to start with 0, well, actually 1, and work my way all the way up. So as you can see, I'm just getting all my colors together. And when we start coloring this in, I'll fast forward a little bit so that you can just go ahead and watch me color this in. Again, I build up a lot of color layers with my Copic markers, and if you look at a picture of this critter in, like on the internet, it's all these different shades of gray with kind of a maroon sort of undertone. So I'll be adding that in as well. So let's go ahead and color it in. Now that we've got them looking all creepy, let's go ahead and pull out an old school sentiment here. This is a Mama Elephant in My Heart stamp set. I love the sentiments in here. So I thought, you know what, let's make this sweet and romantic, and we'll just put a really nice thinking of you, which is just too funny. I'm going to go ahead and use my Close to My Heart ink, and I'm going to go ahead and use my clear block. And just remember, always stamp this before you use the foam risers, because I have done that before. So I'm going to stamp it right kind of just below the little stitch line. I think that'll look perfect. There we go. Alright. Ah! And I like that it's in like this really sweet font, like thinking of you. And see, it's kind of pointing like you. Kind of creepy. I like it. And what I'm going to do is actually take foam risers, and I'm going to go ahead and put a whole bunch of them on the back, and then I'm just going to mount that right on top of the red glitter paper. What's kind of fun is that because I have a solid sheet of red glitter paper underneath, if the light hits it just right, it kind of sparkles right up from behind the card. It's pretty cool. And then just to add that final touch to this card, I went back with glitter pens and just sort of outlined and colored in quite a bit of the image itself in these glitter pens, because I wanted to have this weird, wet, like iridescent sort of look to it. And I definitely think that by doing that, you can see it just darkened it up a little bit, added just a little bit of shine to his mouth to make it look like a wet, gross mouth, and make it look just a little just creepier. I really like it. So, and again, I just drew this image for fun. I've never seen the television show, my husband has, and I've watched plenty of Halloween Horror Nights haunted videos where they walk through those Stranger Things videos. I really like it. I mean, it looks cool. So this is my card. I hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching. If you are not currently subscribed, I'd love it if you would. Just click that little subscribe button below. If you are, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you are looking for rubber stamps, now this is not one that I produced. This was just a card that I drew, the image itself for fun. I draw all the images of our stamps at JessicaLynnOriginal.com. Thank you again, and I hope that you have a happy Halloween.